It is interesting to see how Christians have responded to the whole gay marriage, same-sex marriage debate. Some just want to kind of throw in the towel and capitulate, say we're going to lose, might as well just step out of it, spend our energy, our resources and time elsewhere. Others take the very interesting position that personally, I think it's wrong, but politically they ought to be granted the same rights to marriage as anybody else. I find that to be untenable as well because, one, it involves a redefining of marriage contrary to what God has clearly articulated. I don't see how a Christian leaves their personal convictions at home. I think that when you go into the voting booth, you're going to vote as a Christian, and you're going to be, I think, right to bring to bear your Christian convictions on any and every issue. I'll just be very honest here, and I've said this to my own students. Certain issues are so crucial to me, and they're moral. I do have particular views when it comes to the size of government, the involvement of government, issues related to taxes and tax reform, welfare, and health care. I have views on all of that. But there are certain moral issues that I particularly am driven by without any apology. In particular, the issue of abortion and the issue of the sanctity of marriage. And I just have to be honest with you, I could never, ever, ever vote for a pro-choice candidate. I just could not. If I had two pro-choice candidates, I just wouldn't vote. I just would have to sit that one out. I could not vote for a candidate that is affirming of same-sex marriage. Now, do I believe that homosexuals, lesbians, those that are bisexual, those that are transgendered, do I first of all love all of them? Yes. Yes, absolutely. I long for their salvation, redemption from sin, just as Christ graciously has redeemed me. Secondly, and I said this one time in a radio interview, and it really kind of took back the two persons that were also on the program, both of whom were lesbians. I said to them, I want you to know something. I would defend your right to believe what you believe, and if someone even came against you physically, I would seek to intervene and even put my own life on the line to protect your physical person, because I don't think that is a right thing for anyone to do to any other human being. You have certain rights that ought to be honored and respected. And they were kind of taken back by that because many times Christians almost give the impression we'd like to take every homosexual and every lesbian out, round them up, and exterminate them. No, I don't believe that at all. I also think that there are certain rights that all Americans are entitled to regardless, unless they have committed some type of crime that requires their forfeiture of certain rights, not all, but certain rights, and their incarceration. I believe they should have certain rights. But do I believe, again, if I were king of the world, I would not let single people adopt children. You say, why not? Because I think children, in the best possible context, need both a daddy and a mother. And we know, even from secular research by marriage and family researchers and sociologists, that the best home to raise a child is in an intact family where there is a dad and a mom who are there in covenantal marriage. They do better in all areas of life than those that find themselves in single parent homes or in same-sex parent. That's just the research is out there. So for me, not everyone is entitled to everything. And I don't think that we need to be redefining marriage. We can maybe grant certain benefits and certain rights. If two people choose to live together, I certainly think they should have visitation rights and other things of that nature. We can hammer those things out and talk those things out. I don't have a problem with that, but I don't think we have to go, nor do I think it right to go and redefine an institution that basically has been understood since the very beginning of human history.